Today's my first day at work. This is a great start to one of our videos. It's like perfect. You said it at the perfect time when the camera is already rolling. Welcome everyone to another wonderful episode here at John's Podiatry. Young gentleman has come here for a second opinion, has been battling for a very, very long time in the acute phase. We'll say the last acute because it's been like 20 years, but acute in the last 2 years, which really makes it a chronic problem. Nonetheless, 2 years has been seeing someone else. They really, I guess, there has been an element of improvement a little bit, but he's seeking maybe a little bit more improvement. And I was just telling him this is a great case for a lot of great reasons, just because so many people battle, right? Whether it's fungus, ugly toenails, nails that, are dystrophic, they're thick, they don't look well. And, even a young gentleman who's 35 years of age, even at 35, his nails don't even really grow, and that's part of the problem. So, the most important thing that I recommend, a lot of people ask me, hey, Dr. Wagner, what should we do? What do we do? First thing is to identify, just in general, right? Identify the problem is number one. And in his case, he had never had, we'll just say, a biopsy of the nail. Is it fungus? Is it bacteria? Is it yeast? Is it mold? We have to identify because for all intents and purposes, the clinician could be, treating something completely different with a specific medication. Do you agree, Caesar?
Caesar? Me?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, in his particular case, we don't have a biopsy, to really identify what this is, but we're going to go ahead and nonetheless, I'm going to change the treatment plan. And that's exactly why we're going to go ahead and just remove both nails. So without further ado, I'll continue to talk as we perform the procedure. Let's go. So as everyone can clearly see, the great toenail as well as the second, we're not going to really, the same thing is, you guys can see it here. We're not going to really do anything here because I am going to place the patient on a pulse dose course of oral terbinafine, the Lamisil. But what we're going to go ahead and do so we can gain some traction. Problem is that this nail is not even growing. It's growing up, number one. Number two, it's loose. Same thing here. It's barely, these nails barely, they're not growing. So we're going to go ahead and I usually don't like to remove just toenails just to remove them. But when we try to put the puzzle together, which that's exactly what we did today, we have agreed that the best thing is to basically start from scratch. Okay, so that's exactly what we're going to go ahead and do. See, everything is just very loose here in the proximal nail fold. Usually, historically, this is really tight here, right? The skin is really attached, but it's not. So this is a really nifty trick. I learned this from one of my mentors. You go like this. You okay there? Okay. Let me just go like this. Come through here. And do this. Boom. And just like that. We do have a little bag there if you need to... No, I'm just kidding. So, that was pretty simple, right? That was... I thank my mentor for that little trick. It's come in really, really handy. So, what do? We inspect the nail bed. Looks really, really great. Okay. Nice and clean. It's not that dystrophic. It's not. The nail bed is well preserved. So, that's a good thing. Now, we'll go ahead and do, the same to the... So, we just had to stop the video there for a split second. The patient got a little emo, right? A little emotional just because, it's very liberating. You know, we were just talking now for about 3-4 minutes about that. You know, him seeing this every single day. This may seem really, really silly maybe for a lot of people, but for a lot of people that have not battled, you know, these clinical presentations, it can take an emotional, you know, toll on them. And, you know, we're here in Miami, right? You know, open-toed shoes, beach, sandals. And he was just telling me that he would never really like show his toes to anyone just because, you know, something as simple as this, but something as simple as this does mean something. And at the end of the day, we're human beings. We cannot forget that. So, you know, same thing, loosen the back, right? Just kind of like this, like this. This one, you see the difference, everyone? This one's a little bit, you know, a little bit tighter now. Again, the nifty trick, come in, turn, bring, move, there it is. This may seem a little barbaric for some people. Please do not be alarmed. The patient decided he opted for no anesthesia. No, I'm just kidding. And then we just kind of go either like this or like this, and it just comes off like that. Please do not perform this, like, please. This is it's always a, you know, something that Caesar and I always talk about, people doing this stuff in their bathrooms or garage, because everything's basically step by step. But nonetheless, right, we didn't use any there's no tourniquet, right? There's no need. You don't see, you know, that's blood, normal. And that's it. Fantastic. So what we're gonna go ahead and do now, a little antibiotic cream there. They're having a party out there, as always. Okay, and we're gonna kind of go like this, and like this, and then we'll put a nice little bandage there. We have the baby boy and the baby girl here. So what's the protocol? The protocol in a case like this is, you know, we are not going to send the piece of the nail to have it analyzed, because it would not change the ultimate, right, treatment plan. I would still recommend a short course of the oral terbinafine, the Lamisil, the pill that everyone is scared, right? Oh my God, OMG. The liver, watch out. We only have one liver. Doesn't work like that. We're gonna go ahead and do that and hope, in conjunction with other treatments, and then hope that the new nail that grows out, we will try to maximize not only the appearance, but maximize, you know, the rate. Make sure that we're gonna try is the key word here. Try. Make sure it comes out nice and clean. Caesar, what do you think?
I'm really happy for the patient.
This is, you know, this is a great case. I mean, yeah, it was very, you know, we as humans need to be very mindful. That's something that we've learned throughout the years here, you know, especially, you know, in cases where people it's very, like I said before, it's very liberating. It's just another body part. We will continue to do what we do. We will continue to educate the world, and this is kind of cliche, you know, the patient is actually a teacher. So he's very keen on education as well, I suspect. We will continue to do what we do, where we will continue to educate the world 1 foot and 1 toe at a time. You like that one? We will continue to do what we do. Education is the key at the core. Always. Caesar, do you want to close this one?
Thank you for watching.